Welcome to the Dansportstips NFL 2017 draft betting preview. I've been looking through some of the last mock drafts that have come out, looking for some value plays on the first round tonight. There are a few that I like the look of. We'll start obviously at the top of the draft. Cleveland have the first pick in the draft. There's a lot of chatter around today that they might take Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback from North Carolina. I don't think they're idiotic. I don't think they're going to do that. They simply have to draft Myles Garrett at the end from Texas A&M. He looks to be clearly the best player in the draft. There is no value on that. He's about 16s on to be the first player selected. It's at number 2 where things get interesting, and we can maybe take a look at some betting action. There's been a whole host of players linked with the 49ers in the number 2 spot in the draft. However, looking at the mocks that are coming out today and last night, the Mike Mayock one on NFL.com, I think it's Mike Freeman, is it? Or Matt Miller, one of those two does it for Bleacher Report as well. It appears that they've settled in on Jamal Adams to be the pick at number 2 if they don't trade out of it. Currently with Betfred, you could get 7-2 on Jamal Adams to be the second player selected in the NFL draft. And I think also we can. I think that's a solid bet. Now, should they not take Adams, sitting there at number 3 are the Chicago Bears. Now, they're going to be looking secondary, I think, as well, if they take a quarterback. I don't know what I'm going to do because it's not the draft to be doing that. They are rumoured to be looking at either the corner, Lattimore, or Jamal Adams. So if the Niners don't take Adams at number 2 for whatever reason, there is a decent possibility, flip of a coin, that the Bears will follow up at number 3 with Adams themselves. So I think a play on Jamal Adams to be the first defensive back or safety taken in this draft above an even money price is also a solid bet. So we will have a play on that. I think the first quarterback, there's some talk today of Jacksonville maybe taking Deshaun Watson from Clemson at number 4. I'm not buying that. I still think Trubisky's going to be the first quarterback drafted. Certainly, the price on Watson being first quarterback isn't worth it for me. The next one I like is at number 8, the Carolina Panthers. I think they're going to take Christian McCaffrey. He is about 3s on shot, I believe, to be the first running back taken in the draft. Not any value in that, but we can get a bet on where he will be taken in the draft, over or under 8.5. Now, with Carolina at number 8, I'm going to play on the under Christian McCaffrey draft position in this draft. Other than that, we're looking at other players who, wide receiver, Mike Williams from Clemson is the consensus top one to go. I think there's certainly there's a little bit of value to be had maybe in having a play on John Ross to be the first wide receiver taken in this draft. He's a bigger price than he should be. Tennessee maybe could look at him. Buffalo need wide receiver as well. It's all going to depend on how it shakes out, whether or not there's any trades, who moves around. Certainly Mayock, I think, had Ross going as the first wide receiver, but it was dependent on trade because he had Cleveland moving up from 12 with Tennessee at 5, and then Tennessee at 12 taking Ross as the first receiver. I think it's worth a small play on Ross to be the first wide receiver drafted. We'll have a small play on that. Linebacker wise, it's between 2 of them. We've got either Reuben Foster is one of them, and the other guy's name escapes me. I have researched this, I promise you. Hassan Reddick is the other linebacker out of Temple. He's been jumping up largely due to concerns about Reuben Foster, but Foster himself, I think, has got the best body of work. Yes, there are character concerns, but I think Foster's become a reasonable value to be the first linebacker off the board. That's going to be another play for me in this draft. And Ryan Ramczyk, I think, is the best lineman in the draft as well. And I'm surprised at the price he is to be the first lineman taken in the draft. I think he'll probably go somewhere in the late teens, around 20, maybe early 20s. But I expect him to be the first offensive lineman taken off of the board in this draft as well. Those are the plays I've got in the NFL draft. It's usually quite a profitable betting event for me. Best of luck if you're joining me on those plays. It's going to be a late night for me as I stay up to watch it. going to have to stay up now and wait to see where Ryan Ramchick goes and if he's the first lineman off the board. That should be the last one of the picks to come in. But all the excitement for me is going to be at number 2 with San Francisco, because if that's Jamal Adams, we're going to make some money on this draft. Best of luck if you join me. I'll see you soon.